Hey friends, it's Lisa. Welcome and thank you for watching another one of my videos. So today I have a Bodycare Empties video. Now, I have not done one for a while because I just didn't have the passion to do one. I was collecting things in my bin and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make that video. And then a month went by and it's like, I'm gonna make that video. Another month went by. And as you can hear, possibly, Milo, my Boston Terrier, is bored to sleep and he doesn't give a crap. So if you hear his lovely Boston snores, that's what it is. So it got to the point where I actually just stopped putting things in my empties basket here and I just was disposing of them, either putting them in the trash or recycling them. And then I was just making a video about a bag haul and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just film these empties because I just want to get rid of them, because then I felt guilty. Like I had them in this basket and I could have just thrown them out and disposed of them, but I was like, no, I was saving them. I need to make that video. So yeah, we are here. So like I said, I've been throwing stuff out since then, so it's not a comprehensive empties. It's July now, and some of these might be from March, April. I think they're April and May, and then I kind of just gave up like in June and stuff. So the first thing that I have is this 8.5 fluid ounce container of Listerine Cool Mint. I am a big fan of the Cool Mint flavor of mouthwash, and it's Listerine, so you know, sometimes it's like you use it and then it kind of like hurts, but it's like a good hurt. I don't know if anyone else kind of enjoys that, or am I just weird and a masochist? I'm not really sure. I have from First Aid Beauty this Ultra Repair Cream, and the first container I had of this took me like 2 or 3 years, I think like 2 years to use. This took me like no time at all from what I remember. I love First Aid Beauty. They are kind of expensive. They're sold not only on their own website, but they're sold at Ulta and Sephora. And I try to usually wait until around Christmas time when they have the the gift packs, because I think that's kind of the best deal. For example, I think this stuff is usually like $34 or something like that, and then at Christmas for $36 you get this and like 4 other items, and I usually wait for that. But this is so great as a moisturizer. Now, you can use it on your face, but you can also use it on other parts of your body. And so I had tried to really be good about moisturizing my face, but also in the winter, my hands crack up, and then also my knees, like where my knees are, but like the left, like where the skin, they don't rub, but like the internal parts of my knees that face each other usually get very red and cracky for some reason. So I felt like this stuff did amazing in helping me keep moisturized. This is actually, this is a Coconut Wet n Wild Photo Focus 3-in-1 Primer Water with the rose lid, because my coconut lid just like shattered, and I just, once my rose finished, which I don't think is in here, I just put that on here. I've had all 3 versions of the primer water. I've had coconut, I've had rose, and I've had cucumber. And coconut was actually my least favorite of the 3, which is weird. I thought it would be like better than cucumber, which I had remembered saying that it smelled like warm salad was being sprayed all over your face. But I enjoy water-based primers versus silicone-based primers, and so I've had good luck with the Wet n Wild. I have this Aussie brand 3-Minute Miracle Moist Deep Conditioner, and basically it has this little pump and you would just like squeeze it out and let it sit in your hair for about 3 minutes every so often, and apparently it's supposed to work wonders. It's been a while. I have not repurchased this, so I don't remember, but I'm sure it was fine, because if I hated it with a fiery passion of 1,000 suns, I'd probably remember. I had this KMS California Hair Stay Extreme Hairspray. I had this from my prior days of working in a beauty distributor company when I worked in the accounting department before my current job. It was okay. I mean, it's hairspray, it did its job. This is the Ulta Beauty brand matte face primer. It's not even empty. I mean, there's still product in here. I just hate it. It is a silicone-based primer, and I really feel like my skin and the silicone, they're not friends, and everything just kind of like slides off and is gross. And I feel like I have noticed a difference when I've switched and removed silicone from my regimen. So, it's supposed to be pore refining, oil-free, paraben-free, and has special mattifying powers to reduce the shine and prolong the wear of makeup. I didn't find that to be true, and I won't buy it again. I have 2 hand soaps from BB Dubs, and they are from the Creamy Luxe hand soap, which before I was all about those foaming hand soaps, and I talked trash, pure trash, on the Luxe hand soaps, and then you know, now I kind of like the Creamy Luxe hand soaps. But anyway, this was a vanilla coconut, which smelled like whipped vanilla, peach blossom, and warm coconut. And this was a classic peach Bellini, which is juicy peach, white apricot, and fresh mango. I liked them both. They smelled great. They're great on my hands. And I actually currently have Creamy Luxe hand soap in my bathroom, and I just bought some yesterday at the store. So I do like their hand soaps. This next product is from Trader Joe's, which is one of my favorite stores. It's gonna be like, it's one of my best friends. No, it's one of my favorite stores. I do buy a lot of my food from there, but I do also buy increasingly, and weirdly enough, a lot of their body care from there. I don't know if it's because in my head I think they're better and natural and whatever. But this is the Trader Joe's Rosewater Facial Toner. And this is a 4 fluid ounce bottle. I basically had discovered this through YouTube. Someone that I watched was talking about it, and he had said that because some Trader Joe products are limited, they're seasonal, they're only there for a couple weeks, and then when they're gone for a year. And so I went because I was like, oh, I want to try this before it goes away. Now typically I like my toners to kind of help with my, like my face washing routine. But this toner I felt was more like, I just wanted like a spritz to refresh, or like feel like rejuvenated during the day. And it smelled really good. It was very delicate, with rose petals. And as far as I know, this is like an all year round product. So I have not bought another one just because I have other products, but I did like it, and I will think about buying it again in the future. This next product is because I feel so old saying this, and I've said this in other videos, but I found out last year when I went to my new dentist that the pain I was feeling wasn't a cavity, thank goodness, but was actually just because I have sensitive gums. And so at the time, that dentist, it's actually still my dentist, recommended Sensodyne, and I've been using Sensodyne since then, except for that one time I got lazy and I used Crust, and I did feel a difference. So I've used all different types of their flavors. Basically kind of whatever is the cheapest, because it can be kind of pricey. But basically it's a toothpaste for sensitive teeth and cavity prevention. It strengthens and rehardens enamel, and it protects against the effects of acid erosion. And like I said, my dentist recommended it, otherwise I would have never gone for it. But so I had a tube of this. This is the Too Faced Peach Perfect in Golden Beige. Too Faced Peach Perfect is my most favorite high-end foundation, and is like, I haven't done my official ranking, but it is like in my top 3 of foundations of all time. I use this whole 1.6 fluid ounce tube, and I'm actually on my second one. I liked it so much that I repurchased it, and it's just like, it smells like peach candy, only for a few minutes when you first apply it. It goes on super smooth. It is mattifying, but it's not like super drying that you are, you know, like you have desert skin. And I just really, really like it. Like I said, I've already repurchased it, and it's one of the foundations I use on a regular basis. I can't say enough about this foundation. I love it. This next foundation isn't awful. It's just that I was trying to kind of downgrade, like declutter, I guess, some of my foundations, and it didn't make the cut. And it's this Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and it's in soft beige, and their whole premise is like if you use it, there's going to be less flashback and all of that great stuff. It's 1 fluid ounce, and this is in the color 365C, which is soft beige, it's confusing because there's the C in the number, but it is meant for light to medium skin tones with a light to medium skin with a warm undertone, which is what I am. So I always felt like it was like a very natural finish for me. I don't know if it's supposed to be a natural finish, but sometimes it just kind of looked like past natural, past glowy. Sometimes it just kind of looked, from what I remember, kind of greasy. And also, not all the time though, it's just kind of like how the weather was. And then also, I mean, maybe you've seen me in other videos. If not, if this is your first time, I usually wear glasses every day. I can't find them actually, they're probably right there, but I usually wear prescription eyeglasses, and so they were giving me the dreaded, you know, like line on my cheeks where my glasses met my... I'm trying to like make this video and my dog is cracking me up. I'm sorry. So yeah, I put this in my basket because I have other foundations that I like way more than this. Going along with that same premise of having foundations that I like more than the foundation that I had, are these two ColourPop no filter foundations. These are 1 fluid ounce. No, I lied. They are 0.85 fluid ounce bottles. They're from ColourPop, which I generally like their items. These were relatively inexpensive when I bought them, so I was trying to find my shade. I didn't know what my shade was, so I went with light 60 and then light 65 because I just thought like between the two of them I would find... I think he's actually trying to out volume me. Like, I'm talking and I feel like his snoring is just getting louder. I liked it, but oh my god. If I'm wearing one of my favorite shirts right now, and if I had gotten foundation on my favorite shirt, I would cry. Yeah, I like other foundations more than this, so okay. And then this last item that I have in the basket is kind of like, God, I'm getting it all over my hands. Is like a tragedy. It is a tragedy. It is a first world problem, not real tragedy when we have a world full of tragedies. But basically, this is a Becca highlighter, and it's in the shade Champagne Pop. I'm throwing it out right away because my hands are already very highlighted. But basically, I had bought that back a few months ago at Ulta online via my Ulta rewards points. I think I had like $175 worth of rewards points. I was like, hey, I don't know what I want to spend it on because I can't spend it on getting my hair done. So I went on this, it was a Tuesday, and I went on this little shopping spree, and I used all points, so I didn't pay, and basically I bought bougie things that I would never buy with actual money. And I paid with points for Champagne Pop highlighter because it's totally bougie and overpriced, but I was like, this is what points are for, so I can live my best life and get a really over-the-top luxury highlighter just because, and I didn't pay anything for it. I know it's a Tuesday because that next day, on a Wednesday, I got an email from Alto that was like, hey guys, we totally switched our points program and now you can use points on services like the salon or the brow bar. And I was like, I have been waiting for like 3 years, like not using these points, and like the day after they announced their program change, and I was like, great, awesome. But I had that highlighter and I had it on my shelf in my bathroom, and one day I'm just doing my thing and bump into that shelf and the highlighter fell and shattered everywhere in my bathroom sink. Luckily it was in my sink, so I kind of just wash it down the drain. But I'm not exaggerating. I did like I shed like a couple tears because of how ridiculously overpriced it was, and I only had it for maybe a month and it was completely pulverized into little beautiful specks of nothingness. And just so that was the end of my pricey highlighter, which I have not repurchased and I won't. So those were the empties that I had hanging out. Like I said, I got to the point where I just stopped putting them in my basket and disposing of them. So that's probably from April or May, and now it's July. If you liked this video or found any of the information helpful, or you just like hearing a Boston Terrier be rude and snore through a video, please think about giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing. And until next time, I hope you guys all stay well. Bye!